Hey everybody, welcome to day 6 of the new mining character. I took a break from the game for one day, but thankfully the skill training has allowed for it, because usually I train the skills for more than one day at least. And when I came back, a few things happened. First and foremost, I was very surprised to see this in my pop-ups there, that somebody has placed a bounty on me, and personally I welcome all of the bounties placed on any of the characters that I fly. It's actually kind of a badge of honor, so please go ahead if you want to put a bounty on. It's your ISK to waste and my badge of honor to wear. Besides that, you can see this thing right here happened. Yep, this is what happens when you go into Astrobelt and go AFK for 2 minutes. I come back as this rat right here was destroying my Venture. I could escape in time, sadly, but no problem. Venture is a very disposable ship and I could buy the new one right away. And actually what I did when I bought the new one is that I have upgraded my mining lasers. Let's see if I can pull up my fitting right now. Here we go. So instead of the level Meta 4 lasers that I had before, now what I have are Miner Tech 2s. So the moment you train mining to level 4 actually, you can now use Mining Laser Tech 2. And now you can see that I can mine at 209 cubic meters per cycle. That's an amazing rate. Basically, I can fill up the whole cargo hold of the Venture in less than 12 minutes. That's quite an upgrade, especially compared to the fact that about 3 days ago I was filling up the cargo hold in 22 minutes. So that's 10 minutes shaved off. Little by little, as you can see, you get better and better at mining and mining yields. Alright, so let's take a look at the skills that I have trained so far. Pretty much the only skill that has completed is the Mining Frigate level 4 and also Astrogeology to level 3. For now, what I'm training is Astrogeology to level 4. Basically I want to get as much mining yield as possible in the shortest amount of time possible before I go ahead and commit to training to Retriever full on. You can see right now that Retriever is not really that far away. It should be about maybe 4 or 5 days away. Let's double check. So mining barges and Retriever. Yep, the requirements are 4 days away. So what I have to do is start to train industry, and then once I'm done that at level 5, I can start training mining barge. Well, I was contemplating whether I should train Astrogeology to level 4 or simply go straight up after the Retriever. But I decided that not only that you have to fly Retriever, you have to fly it right. And in the meantime, well, it's gonna take me 4 days to train up that industry to level 5. I'm gonna be wasting my time on wasted, well, I wouldn't say wasted, but on the mining yield that's not the most optimal one. So I decided to dedicate the 2 days to Astrogeology at this point in time, so that I will be able to gain more ore per cycle as I'm trying to get to the Retriever. So with that in mind, the fit of the ship is pretty much the same as we've had before. There's not much change except for the mining lasers. And of course this little thing right here, the civilian shield booster. I'll explain to you why I have it here in a second. But for now, this is the ship, and I think I'm going to keep this fit for a while. None of the training that I'm currently planning on doing will impact the equipment upgrades. One thing to keep in mind about the Tech 2 mining lasers is that they take up a lot of your capacitor. So after each cycle, my capacitor drops down to below 25% for sure, perhaps even as low as 10% now and then. So you have to be really careful as to what it is you do in the Astrobelt. If you start firing up your afterburner, you will definitely run out of cap, and that will be a problem. So just keep that in mind. I'm thinking about training up a skill that lets my capacitor recharge faster, but that's later on, probably after I get the Retriever. So, an update on my rat tanking abilities now. Notwithstanding me losing my ship to a single rat while I was AFK, my Venture ship with the Meta 4 shield extender can tank the damage quite okay in a 0.6 system. It was a bit annoying when the rats started targeting my drones, but overall, as long as I moved around, the damage did not pose me any threat. I found the key is to stay away from the rocket damage of these rats. Of course, this is only applicable to Caldari rats. I haven't had a chance to test out the fit in any other parts of space. Alternatively, one of my viewers, Tapadev Das, suggested that I fit a civilian shield booster instead. The civilian shield booster does not require any particular skill training. You can just pick one up at the market and fit it right away. It doesn't provide much in terms of shield recharge rate, but it helps a little bit. I was able to destroy the same type of rats no problem. You can purchase the civilian shield booster in the civilian modules under the ship equipment category. It is not a very expensive piece of equipment, and it should be easy to find it anywhere. Try it out for yourself to see if it works in your case. I kept on using the same strategy of trying to avoid the rocket damage from the rats. With this type of strategy, the shield booster helped out. If I got hit, I was able to recharge my shield faster. Although the biggest mistake I did so far, and thank you to the 2 viewers that pointed it out, is that I've used a small shield extender instead of a medium shield extender. So I have redone the ship fit to include the medium shield extender now. And basically, my shield tank has more than doubled in HPs. So without the medium shield extender it has 639 HPs, and with it, online, it's 1500 HP. And that should be able to provide enough tank to outlast any rats in the Astro Belt so far. Aside from discussing the tanking woes, another thing that I want to show you in this video is a way to mine more rare asteroids in high security space. Some of the cosmic anomalies within the systems are actually ore sites, and more often than not they contain more rare ore. In this case I found Kernite and Umber deposit. Those can be both found within high sec, but not in Caldari space. The other asteroids that you can find in the ore sites are Jaspet, Hemorphite and Hedbergite. The location of all these cosmic anomalies is random, so it's more dependent on luck whether you'll encounter those in your system. Regardless, it doesn't hurt to check what's available around you. Currently, in the region that I'm in, Lone Track, Kernite and Umber prices aren't that great, so I didn't really bother mining these. Of course, just as usual, it's all dependent on the current market conditions. Just be aware that these ore sites usually attract a lot of competition, so you should always go for the most profitable ore first. Usually those are variants that give you 10% more refining yield, but once again, check the market first to make sure. So in summary, all that I'm training right now is Astrogeology skill to level 4, and here's the recap of all the skills that I trained so far. After Astrogeology level 4, it's going to be direct training for the Retriever. I'll have to train up industry skill to level 5, and that'll take some time. At this point in the mining career, the training time for each skill that you need will start to increase. At this point, all that's really left to do is to collect enough ISK to afford the skill book for the Retriever and the ship itself. That will take about 28 million ISK. Or it's about 28 full cargo holds of the Venture. That's the rate that I'm running at right now. I'll keep my eye out on the better mining opportunities as well, because the market always fluctuates. Thank you for watching, and thanks to everybody for commenting and offering suggestions on how to improve the fit or the overall process of getting started within the mining career. I really appreciate your input and the opportunity to pass it along to people that are just getting started with EVE Online. See you in the next episode and safe mining out there.